Okay, it looks like we're all set. Welcome everyone back to the IGTL GR3 series. We're live from Monza for the second round of this championship. Just did a stop check. Make sure everyone's ready for the race. Looks like qualifying is about to begin now, as everyone leaves the pits. Hobo Fraggins, first one to leave the pits, so he'll be the first one to set a lap. Just keep the information up. Looks like everyone's on track now. So it's going to be quite an interesting race, this one. Very high speed track, so we're going to see a lot of the cars with less downforce do quite well here. A lot of people looking at May, Melloned, possible candidates, pole position. Hopefully they can transition a good qualifying into the race. Vitmanji, the winner of the last race. It might be a struggle for him in that car. The Peugeot's not the quickest in a straight line. Be interesting to see how much pace he can get out of it around here. Does look like everyone's now on track, ready to set their laps. It's a 15-minute qualifying session. Racete, another one who's thought, well, a lot of people think he's going to do quite well around here in that car, especially. Very quick driver in general. Very unlucky in the first race. Obviously was taken out by his own teammate into the turn one. Very quick driver though, with pace alone. And he's got a good car around here. So it looks like the first couple of drivers are starting the laps now. We'll ride on board Melloned for this initial lap. See how well he can hook up that car. As looks like Hobo's made a bit of an error, and that's cost Melloned his first lap. And Vitmanji just avoiding both of them. I'm not sure that was intentional from Hobo. I think he just lost it on the exit of the second Lesmo. And the car got stuck in the gravel. So we'll see where this lap puts May. Obviously I think his lap was undisturbed. Good car, quick driver. May and Vitmanji very close in the timings. Melloned will fall down the field a little bit, obviously he's had his lap compromised. His extra Frosty goes third, the Subaru. Another car that's not really the best in a straight line. And of course his teammate won't be joining us for this race due to issues related to his connection, I believe. Look at the second half of the grid. Squeakers just about joined us in time to start qualifying. Mike Donna, who's going to be covering for Intercy for this race. So Extra Frosty will have a teammate. In fact, both of them, the two Subarus, starting fourth currently. Be interesting to see if they can squeeze out some pace of that car. This isn't really a track that's suited to them. See if Malone can improve his lap here. That Vision Gran Turismo car is such a quick car in a straight line as he goes into the pits actually. Bought some fresh rubber. May going quicker. Now he's 1/10, well, nearly 2/10 faster than Vitman G. Vitman G doing quite well, all things considering, in that Peugeot to stay second. We've still got the two Subarus starting fourth. Frosty and Crazy coming in to get some new tyres. Looks like Nike's going to be staying out for another lap. Currently 6/10 off those top two cars. And it does look like he's going to finish this lap instead of going to the pits. He does improve his time by 0.2 of a second. Now only 0.4 off those top two. As Ninja has to get a bit of an accident coming out of turn one, got stuck in the grass. Another quick driver in a pretty good car around here. And I think he's going to save himself for another lap after this. Anna, who made a massive error in the first race, caused a bit of chaos. He's made a bit of a mistake there, a bit too much pace into turn 3 or 2. Not sure which one that is. Obviously, nothing intentional, just didn't quite get on the brakes early enough. Meloned. Oh, no, that's speakers. Looks like Melon's going to set himself up for this lap here. Go on board. Obviously carrying a lot of speed down this main straight. This is where this car is really going to pick up time over the others. See if you can keep it neat and tidy through turn 1 and 2. That looked pretty good, good exit. And that's really what he's got to try and do, or what all these drivers got to try and do onto these straights. Carry as much speed as you can onto them. That's where you really make the time up on this track. As Nike Dunner's come into the pits. And there's a bit of a mess of all the barriers into turn 3, where Ada had his accident. It's the two Lesmos. And that's really where this car sort of falls short a little bit. It's not the best car at cornering. Doesn't have a whole lot of grip. That shouldn't really make a difference here, being such a high-speed track. Neat and tidy for a Ascari. Carrying a lot of speed onto this back straight. I think this might be quite a quick time. May still on provisional pole. Bitman G coming in for some new tyres, some fuel. So where is this lap going to put Meloned? As Meloned does go fastest. 1/10 faster than May, so Meloned is on provisional pole. Very quick time from him. Bitman G, I think, just left the pits. I think He's got enough time to squeeze another lap. Race to take up to 4th. Nope. They've all been pushed down from extra Frosty, who's gone 2nd. Only just under a 10th below Malone. Very quick lap from him in the Subaru. So Race is taken down to 5th. Very close to Vitman G. Can he break into that top 3 or can he get himself on the pole? See where this lap puts him, if this is a lap. No, he's got the pit in. Should have enough time to set another lap. Have a look down the field. BJ Robbo in the pits currently. Foxy, Squeakers and them 3 guy all making up the bottom 3. And Hobo, sorry, bottom 5. Hobo and Ada. TNT in the Aston Martin. This again should be another car that should do quite well around here. I believe it's another quick car in a straight line. It's a bit of tow from Hobo there, but it's going to compromise his line going into the final turn. I believe this is Parabolica. That's off the top of my head. See, this lap puts TNT. As Hobo now getting that tow back from him. He doesn't improve his time. May's gone on to pole position, edging out Malone by 1/10.5. Frosty just making it into the pace with 1% of fuel left. Can Malone reclaim that pole position? It's very close to the top. Vitman G down in 4th. Just coming through the 2nd Lesmo now. And it was never really going to be easy with that car. Of course, a very, very quick driver. Probably most people's favourites to defend his title here in GR3. Racer Tate, still in 5th. Good line into turn 1. Neat and tidy. See if he can improve. Racer Tate, obviously another person who really, with his pace, should be fighting at the top for the title. But he's often quite unlucky in these races, especially in the first race this season. See if he can turn the season around. It's a good opportunity here, as Vitman G's gone up to 2nd with that lap. So Vitman G and Malone very close together on the times. We have a quick look at the timing screen. As qualifying is about to end in just under a minute's time. Looks like TNT will get another lap in. Frosty certainly will get another lap in. Ninja up to 4th in the Jag. Vitman G's had a bit of an accident. I believe that's the first Lesmo. Yep. Or the second one, sorry, onto that back straight. I think he might have taken a bit too much curb. And I believe that's going to be his qualifying over. So Vitman G then won't be starting on pole for this race. Melone just passing him there. Is he going to improve his time on this lap? We'll ride on board Melone. Can he put that car back onto pole position? It'll be his first ever pole position in the IGTL GR3. Carrying a lot of speed onto this back straight. Coming to the final corner, and this is where you have to really try and carry as much speed as you can. There's a clean exit. Is he going to improve his time? Can he put that VGT Golf on pole? And he does. Very, very close to May. Is May currently on a lap? Nope, May's finishes qualifying. Ninja, the next one to cross the line. And that's confirmation that qualifying has finished. As I believe Malone's jumped back to the pit, that's why May's showing up. And Ninja's finished his lap. It's a very slow exit out of the Parabolica. So Racete looks like he's finished his qualifying. He'll start 6th if you count Malone in that top stack there. Probably not the qualifying he was after. I think he probably wanted to qualify a bit higher than that. Frosty will start 5th in the Subaru. His teammate 8th, or 9th should I say. Have a quick look at the timing screen again. So there's confirmation then. Malone will be on pole for round 2 here at Monza. So everyone now gets a chance to switch their tyres out, get ready for their whatever their strategy is going to be for the race. As Malone's rejoined the track now, so Malone will start from pole in the Volkswagen. May in the Mercedes will start 2nd. Vitman G 3rd. Ninja in 4th. Frosty in 5th. Racete down in 6th. TNT in 7th. Nike Donner in 8th. BJ Robbo qualifying in 9th in the other Volkswagen. Squeakers just makes it into the top 10 in the Lexus. And M3 guy, Hobo Fraggins, Adder, Crazy, and Foxy all making up the bottom 5 of the grid. So big congratulations to Malone, taking his first pole position in the IGTL GR3. Only just though. Just under 200ths of a second between May and Malone. I think we might be in for a close race. Vitman G into the top 3 in the Peugeot. Definitely punching above that car's capability, that's for sure. As we wait for the race to start. So Frosty just letting everyone know the race will be starting in 2 minutes time. And so really we've got a bit of a calm before the storm now. Everyone just sort of chilling on track. We'll stick with Malone, pole position man, before we get away with the race. And it's quite interesting actually that we've got May starting in 2nd, because that Mercedes is a very, very fast car off the line. And it's a big, long run down into turn 1. So unless Malone really nails the start, May could be first into turn 1. So we've got the 2 Jaguars sitting next to each other on the exit of turn 1. turn 3 should I say. Vitman G, of course, will be needing all the tow he can get in this race. Be interesting to see if he can stick with those top 2. I don't know what that car is like off the line. Mind you, had a good start back in Fuji, so... As May just doing some celebratory donuts. Race is going the wrong way around the track. Be interesting to see if he can come through the field. He's definitely got a car capable of doing it. If he can get the strategy just right and he's not pummeled by his teammate into turn 1. We'll see if he can make his way up the field. Definitely someone who should be fighting for that top 3, that's for sure. As Frosty's just starting the final now. So here we go then. Round 2 here at Monza. Who's going to be finishing on the top step of the podium? 30 minutes of racing coming up. Melone, confirmation there, will be on pole for this race, followed by May and Vitman G, 2nd and 3rd. As we get prepared now. And they're away, and May, very good start from May, as expected. Can Melone hold on to 2nd place going into turn 1 with Vitman G? As Vitman G's dropped down to 4th. Melone takes the outside defensive line. Ninja up to 2nd into turn 1. There's a bit of contact. Vitman G sticks with 4th place, it looks like. It looks like there's no drama into turn 1. Everyone got through relatively cleanly. Crazy up into 6th. Good start from him. May leading the field away. And there's a bit of a battle developing here for 3rd between Vitman G and Ninja. There's a bit of contact going into turn 3. Extra Frosty up into 3rd, making the most of that battle. And we've got a tightly knit group here in the midfield. Vitman G then down to 5th. It's not quite been the start I think he wanted. McDonough and Racer Taze down to 8th. Not too sure what's happened there. Pressuring the back of the Subaru, McDonough. There's a bit of a scrap at the back here. Ada down into last place. Foxy just into the top 10. He's made up a few positions. I'm not too sure what's happened to Ada. He's dropped back a little bit in last place. As it looks like these two are still going at it. Extra Frosty, Ninja and Vitman G. Who's going to come up best onto this main straight here? Vitman G's got tow from both of the cars. I think the Jag probably the fastest car in that scrap there. Can Vitman G make the most of this? Extra Frost taking a defensive line. Vitman G taking the inside onto Extra Frosty. I think there was a bit of contact between Extra Frosty and Ninja going into turn 1. Not too sure what happened there. See if we can get a replay of that. Replays, I think the replay might be a bit too far away for that. So Vitman G back up to 3rd, Frosty down to 4th, Racer Taze have got up to 5th. And it looks like Melone and May are pulling away a little bit. May certainly with a 1.3 second gap now, so he's out of the slipstream, but Malone in that very fast Volkswagen on the straights. Is he going to be able to catch him? We've got this battle for third going on between Vitman G, Extra Frosty and Racertay now. Racertay all over the back of Extra Frosty. Can Racertay get a good exit here onto the back straight? Certainly within the slipstream power range. As Frosty takes very defensive line. Can get a good exit out of the last corner. Should be able to line himself up for a move into turn one, but Frosty's going to have the tow from Vitman G. Be interesting to see how this battle develops. We'll ride on board Racertay going into turn one. As Racertay decides not to get involved with the slipstreaming. Frosty all over the back of Vitman G. Racertay obviously biding his time, not getting involved for the minute. It doesn't look like Frosty's going to make that move as Racertay goes down the inside into the second part of that first turn. There's a bit of contact. It does look like Frosty's made the most of that though. And Vitman G has managed to make a bit of a gap from these two because of that. Is Racertay going to make a move down into turn 3 on Frosty? He's got the slipstream down the inside as he backs out a little bit, and Frosty's taking the position back again. Racertay getting a bit sideways on the exit of turn 3. Snike Donald's up to 6th now, so the Subarus once again punching above their weight here as Frosty's got a bit of a penalty there, and that's dropped him back to 6th behind his teammate. So the Subaru's doing quite well in 5th and 6th. They did, like I said, a good result back in Fuji. Looks like the group's starting to spread out a little bit now, certainly in the second half of the grid. It's a bit of a battle for 10th here, with Crazy, Foxy and M3 guy, all quite close to each other. Is Foxy going to line up and move on Crazy Bucks? It looks like he is, going down the inside into the final corner here, and he's made that move work, but he went wide, and that's given Crazy back to position again. It's a bit of moving left and right. Foxy's now going to have the slipstream again on Crazy. I think the Aston might be a bit quicker in a straight line. So wheel to wheel going into turn 1. Foxy, however, on the outside as M3 guy goes down the inside, free wide into turn 1, and M3 guy just pulling out there. Side by side through turn 1, and Foxy looks to have made that position up, but his Crazy Buck's going to come back at him onto the second straight here. Don't think he's going to have enough in that Lexus to make another move, although he is quite close. Moves to the inside. Is he going to make a move? He is. He's got the inside, and there's a bit of contact. Looks like Crazy might have understeered a little bit into Foxy, and that's reset him back on track, and that's made Crazy lose quite a few positions. And I think Foxy may have had a bit of an issue with Hobo as well because of that. I'll have a quick replay of that. So Foxy rejoining the track, and I believe Hobo made collision with someone. Replay isn't going to show it. It's a bit of a battle here developing for 11th. So because of that chaos in the previous lap, it looks like we've got a bit of a battle now for 11th place. Nike Don up to 4th. In fact, both the Subarus 4th and 5th now, running very well again. As Racertay's just lost a position to Ninja. In fact, Racertay has lost quite a few positions. I wonder if he's made a bit of an accident on the exit of the last corner. I'll have a quick replay. So what's happened to Racertay here? He's got onto the slippery part of the track. and I think he's just reduced some of his penalty because of that. So race then down to 9th. I think we're entering into the first pit stop phase now. So Mellowed has closed the gap somewhat to May, although he's had a bit of an error coming out of turn 2 there. He's lost a bit of time again. Vitminji closing in on the top 2, and followed by the 2 Subarus again. We'll see who comes out on top between the 2 Subarus. 2 very quick drivers. Again, this car shouldn't really be doing that well around this track, but these 2 are certainly making it look a lot better than it actually is. TNT then looking at the back of Ninja again. I think these 2 were having a battle earlier, so these 2 have come back together. Can TNT get a good run out of Ascari? He's right up his chuff. Is he going to make the move? I think he really has a choice actually. Go side by side. Race tape made a position back up to 8th. He's watching these 2, waiting, see if there's an error or if these 2 can slow each other down. Is TNT going to come back at Ninja here? As we've got the top 3 all pitting in now. So the 2 Subarus then will be provisionally leading the race as TNT, as quite a few drivers are coming into the pits now. So we see this shakes up the grid. TNT then using up quite a lot of his fuel. Malone down on 9% of fuel, so the Volkswagen then very quick in a straight line, but also using quite a lot of its fuel quite quickly. That should shake up the grid a little bit. 2 Subarus then, 1 and 2. Frosty very close to the back of his teammate, less than 0.3 of a second. Are we going to have a bit of inter-team battle here? Race Tate getting a bit sideways on the entry of the corner, but making it look easy. Squeakers, that pushes Squeakers up to 4th. But obviously these 4 all need to have their first stop. And May, obviously, the first one to come out of the pit stop phase in the lead. Only 7 seconds behind Squeakers. As it looks like Nightdawn has made a bit of time on Frosty. See if Frosty can capitalise being in the slipstream on the back straight here. So it looks like Race Tay is closing down on the top 2 here. Malone looks like he's caught up in traffic. He's got a few cars ahead of him, which he'll have to make. So Vitminji and Crazy Bug. So Vitminji and Malone will have to try and get past Crazy here. As the 2 Subarus and Race Tay coming to make their first stop a lap later, so they will have fresher tyres going into the second pit stop phase. If we're going to have a second pit stop phase, I don't think a pit stop will be enough here. So Vitminji taking a defensive line, making sure Crazy can't get back at him. May does take the lead of the race back after everyone's pitted. Vitminji now up to 2nd. Crazy still needs to pit in, currently in 3rd. Melone's fallen back a bit on May. Like I said, he got out in traffic and he certainly had a lot less fuel than everyone else, so his pit stop had to take a bit longer. So we'll see if he can make up some ground here. Obviously start from pole position. And May's got quite a sizable gap now to Vitminji in 2nd. Over 7 seconds in the lead in the Mercedes. Can May take his first victory in the IGTL GR3? He's certainly got an opportunity to do it here, as the 2 Subarus after their stop are down in 5th and 6th now. Racer down to 7th behind them. Losing a bit of ground to the Subarus now. And Ninja and TNT still going at it. They've been going at it all race. Looks like TNT's finally going to take this position from Ninja. The American versus the Brit in two British cars. It looks like TNT's made that move, but is Ninja going to come back at him onto the back straight? He's certainly within slipstream strength. Is he going to wait until the main straight? It's quite a common strategy not to overtake on the back straight here at Monza, because then your opponent will just come and get you onto the main straight. It's always good to sort of let off a little bit, get a good exit out of the Parabolica. I keep calling it the Parabolica, I hope it actually is. And Ninja certainly with an opportunity here to take 7 plates back from TNT into turn 1. Sits the outside line. TNT in a good position here to defend this, and it looks like Ninja just had too much for him. So Ninja back up to 7th. These two having an excellent battle. As Robbo and M3 guy going wheel to wheel to turn 1. So it looks like Robbo's quite safely in 10th now. Don't think that Mercedes is going to quite get him on the straight here. See if M3 guy can come back at him. I don't think it's going to be enough. As he does... Oh, that was very close. I don't think contact was made though. The gap has certainly closed. This is where M3 guy will have a bit of an advantage, having a bit more grip. We'll see if he can get a good exit here out of the second Lesmo. Certainly in the slipstream here. And Robbo does take a defensive line. As M3 guy does go to the inside. Does have a look, but bides his time. As we've got quite a sizable battle here for, it looks like 4th. So we've got the two Subarus being closed in by Racete. Then we've got these two here, Ninja and TNT, still going at it. So we'll see if the two Subarus can keep their excellent position. As TNT looks down the inside to turn 1, don't think there's enough really to do anything there. Have a quick update on the two Subarus. Jax Frost is still behind his teammate. And I think they're trying to stay out of each other's way, really. If they go wheel to wheel, they will lose time and lose positions. So maybe we might have a bit of team orders going on here. Either way, Subaru's definitely doing well here. Racetate's definitely closing the gap. It's just over a second now behind the two Subarus. You can see just how close he is now to the two Subarus. As I think all the drivers will be making their second stop soon. How will that affect Racetate's race? As TNT, Ninja going defensive once again behind them. Right on board Racete here, and he is definitely now caught up to the back of the two Subarus. He's going to have both of their slipstreams. Is it going to be enough onto the main straight? Can he get a good exit out of the last corner? And Extra Frosty trying his very best to stay in his teammate's slipstream. I don't think it's going to be enough though. As Racete definitely with the power advantage here, as May's just taken his second stop. That once again pushes the two Subarus up into first and second, as Racete taking second place from Frosty. He's not going to be able to take both the Subarus, but Nike Donna now, with no one ahead of him to use any tow, can Racete take 2 positions up in 2 corners. As you can see, Frosty struggling to keep onto the back of the Porsche, and he goes down the inside on Mike Donna. And looks like he's made that move work. So Racete then has got past both the Subarus, and I think as all of these three were battling, May's been caught up in the battle. TNT just behind them, as Nike Donna's had an accident. Nike Donna's lost it on the exit of the first Lesmo. See if we can catch a replay of that. So what happened here then? And he's got it sideways, he's touched the gravel and that spun it around. He's gone into the barrier, so he will have damage because of that. And that's a shame because the Subarus were doing very well, although he is back up to 5th now. This hasn't affected him too badly. TNT up to 4th. And May's making his way through the field, so we've got 3 wide going into the final corner. What can May do here? Up the inside of Extra Frosty, he'll definitely have the power advantage over the Subaru. Has Frosty got anything in it to come back at him? And he's certainly in the slipstream here. Racete in the lead of the race, yet to make a stop however. So Frosty does look to come back at May. 2 cars on 2 completely different strategies. But May looks to have solidified that position for now. Racete on those worn tyres, getting all out of shape on the exit turn 1. Vitman G down to 6th. Obviously there's a few drivers ahead of him that need to make a stop yet. And Mellon's made his way past Vitman G. So we'll see how many positions Mellon can crawl back. Although he will lose some time in the second stop. If there is going to be a second stop. I think these drivers might be going for a 1 stop actually. Which would be quite interesting as May's taking that position back from Racete, and these top 3 are very, very close. We'll see if we can get a replay of that. I don't know if the replay will go further back now, but... So May doing very well to get back up into first, obviously on the freshest tyres out of these 3. So Racete and Extra Frosty going for the 1 stop it looks like. As Racete is getting all out of shape on the exit of Ascari, and that's given Frosty a good opportunity to take 2nd place. Does it down the inside, Racete defends. Is it going to be enough? He does take the position. Can Racete get back at him on the main straight? Nike Donna's made his way back up to 4th. Second to last lap now. What can Racete do into turn 1? I think he'll be biding his time. Don't think there's enough to make a move there. We'll have a quick run down the field. So Mellon and Vitman G engaging in battle once again. Mellon coming off on top there. Is Vitman G going to look back at him into turn 3? In a good exit coming out of turn 1. Don't think there'll be enough to make a move, however. We look back again. Looks like we've got another battle here. Squeakers and Ninja going side by side. Squeakers had a relatively quiet race. Looks like his strategy is working out quite nicely, however, though. He's made his way back up to 8th. Ninja getting that quite nicely. So I've looked down the field again. M3 guy and BJ Rubble still with each other. And it looks like Foxy was in 10th at one point, he's down to 11th. So the bottom 4 then, quite far off the top 10 by a good 18 seconds. Quick update, so May then now 3 seconds ahead of Racete as he starts the final lap of the race. Racete and Frosty. We'll see if Frosty can make a move going into turn 1. And you can see that in the slipstream there's just not enough in that Subaru to really close the gap. He looks down the inside, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Can he get a good exit out of here? Stay in the slipstream with Racete. It looks like the one stop really has paid off, particularly for Racete. If he can hold off Frosty, then he'll be on for a second place. Melon 4 seconds behind them. Not had the race that he would have wanted, that's for sure. Put that car on pole position, but I think it might have let him down in the pit stop phase. And he's defending from the other Subaru and Vitman G now. Vitman G, another one I think may have made a bit of an error with the strategy here. He's dropped down to 6th. Was battling in the top 2 at one point. Well, he is making a move on the other Subaru here with McDonough. We'll see. We'll come back to this after. It looks like May is going to win the race. Comes into the last corner here. 6 seconds ahead of Frosty, who's made it past Racete. So it looks like the winner of round 2 here at Monza is going to be May. Congratulations to him. Excellent race. Take out Mercedes to its first win of the season. And Frosty and Racete very close, but Frosty taking 2nd place. Malone in 4th. Vitman G will take 5th, so he did get past McDonough in the end. McDonough a second behind Vitman G. I think he may have made an error somewhere. So the Subarus then 2nd and 6th. Not too bad from them, particularly from Frosty. Excellent race from him. TNT 8th. Speakers comes home in 9th, so he's made a place. And the top 10 rounded out by Crazy. Then we've got about a 20-second gap back to the bottom 4. It looks like it's going to be M3 Guy, BJ Robbo, Foxy, Hobo and Adder would have already finished the race. And these guys aren't close on the track at the moment, so that is how it will finish. So May taking his first win of the season. Big congratulations to him. Had an excellent race. Don't think he made any mistakes. Frosty will be very happy with that 2nd place. Team Subaru, or Extra City Racing as they're known, they'll be taking some big points from this race. Racete will be happy with that, take 3rd after qualifying 6th. Can Racete's season, can he mount a title challenge? He's definitely got the pace to do it. There's confirmation then of the final results. And May taking that win. Started 2nd. He beat the Vision Gran Turismo car. Had an excellent start and got the strategy just right, it looks like. Big congratulations to May in the Mercedes. And top 3. Excellent race. It's nice to have a clean start, clean racing throughout. There wasn't much drama, but there was a lot of action. And I appreciate everyone watching the stream. And we'll be back next week for round 3. And Racete and Frosty, just making everyone aware that was an excellent race. It was an excellent race to commentate over and stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to end the stream. Thanks everyone very much. I'll see you next week.